Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, team? Can you hear me? You guys can respond in chat box. Yeah, just to revise the topics of yesterday's on JDBC, I'll be starting the session in 2 minutes. Okay, so what I mean to say is today I'm going to discuss about the concept of Hibernate. Just a second. So I'm going to discuss about Hibernate framework today. Just go through the yesterday's session, like what are the steps to connect our Java application to the database, how we are creating a table, how we are inserting, how we are going to insert the data, update the data. Okay, just revise it. I will be discussing about Hibernate in couple of minutes. Let me share my screen. Let me open my notepad.
Recording in progress.
Okay, I will be discussing about Hibernate now. In the meanwhile, just can you analyze it? Yes, the session will be recorded and uploaded in LMS. Correct. Let's discuss about the problems of JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. I think already I discussed this today, right? Directly I'll show you. I'll start with XML approach. Once if you are good, then we can go for annotation based approach. Okay, na? Let us start with the approach. So what are the steps we have? Step 1, create a Pojo class. Step 2, create a mapping file. Step 3, create a configuration file. Create a so what is the use of Hibernate? Just to connect our application with database. Step 4, create test.java. Okay, here it defines Pojo class properties. It contains database and Hibernate properties. Okay, now take these points. I'll show you with an example. One more note. Whenever we are working with frameworks, we need to add framework specific jar files. Whenever we are working with frameworks, framework specific libraries, or we call it as jar files. Framework specific libraries or jars we need to add to our application. Here, as we are working with Hibernate, Hibernate specific jar files we need to add to our application. Yeah, let me download the jar files now. Yeah. So I told you, right, we need the jar files. So let me download the jar files and I'll be sharing the link in chat box. You can take the link, the chat box. Let me go to my drive. Let me download the jar files. I'm downloading the jar files. I'll show you now step by step how to download these jar files, how to add and all those things. Why we need to add the jar files? The reason is to get support from Hibernate. Basically, Hibernate is having their own predefined classes, right? If you want to work with those predefined classes, we should have this. Are you getting my point? We have downloaded the jar files. That is a zip file, ma. We need to extract it. We need to extract it. Oh, which one? These are the jar files, right? I'm extracting it. Okay. Now I'm going to create a project. File, new Java project. I have created a project now. Now I will show you step by step how we are going to work. Listen very carefully. Why? Because why we are using Hibernate means in simple words, it is to connect our Java. It is used to connect our Java application with database. It is used to connect our Java application with database. But instead of JDBC, we are using Hibernate framework. Right click, new package. Let me create a Poja class. I am creating a class called employee. Private float salary. I have taken some properties. We cannot access this private data outside the class. We need to use public methods, public setters and getters. Alt Shift S. Click on OK. Okay, I have taken setters and getters. Now let me create a mapping file. Okay. Now remember one important thing. All our Java files we are going to get inside the package. Okay. All our Java files we are going to create inside the package. XML files like mapping file and configuration file we need to create inside the SRC. Just a second. Let me take my charger. Give me a second. Now I'll be back. I'm creating a mapping file now. I click on SRC, new, either XML. Employee dot hvm dot xml file. Okay, just go to Google. Hibernate mapping file. This TTD I'm taking from here. Okay, this GTD file I'm taking from.
అది కాకుండా ఇంకో బ్యాంక్
Okay, let me take a predefined tag called Hibernate mapping. Class name is equal to form.madhu.Hibernate employee. So here itself we are giving the table name. We are defining our project class and we are giving the table name as well. So when I run my program, automatically this the table name with the name employee is going to be created. Okay, ID is the primary key. So we are going to ID name is equal to generator class is equal to increment. Property name is equal to property name is equal to name. So remaining all the variables we need to define by using property tag. Property name is equal to okay, like this we are going to work. Okay, any questions here, team? Generator class means it should be auto increment. ID I don't want to pass the value. Okay, we are applying some attribute for that ID. So generally, if you are working in any environment, ID you are not going to pass. It should be auto generated and it should be auto incremented. That is the reason we are going to use generator class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be incremented for that purpose. The next one is configuration file. The next step is what? Hibernate configuration file. Right click on other XML file. Hibernate.cfg.xml. Click on finish. Which one I need to explain again? Generator class you are asking. It should be auto incremented. ID value we are not going to pass. It should be auto incremented. How it should be auto incremented? We are applying some generator for that ID. Okay. It is one of the predefined tag. All these are outdated code of Spring Boot Data JP or real-time projects. Yeah, as per plan I'm discussing. If you know the problems of working with Hibernate, anyway, we are going to discuss about Spring Boot Data JPA. Okay. So once we are done with this Hibernate, right? Anyway, I'm going to start Spring. Outdated means even In some companies, we used to work with Spring MVC and Spring Boot, all these things, right? That is the reason we need to have discussion. We are having other attributes also apart from generator here, apart from increment, we are having some other attributes also. According to the requirement, we are going to define those things.
Transition. Close it. That makes sense. Which one?
Okay, fine. Now we need to define in configuration file. Yes, of course. As per the plan, we are going to discuss about Spring Boot data JPA also, and I'll show you how we are going to interact our Spring Boot applications with React.js as a part of our sessions. Are you getting my point, team? Um, Let me take the DTD. This DTD I'm taking from Google and pasting it instead of typing entire thing. Okay. So what is the user configuration file? It contains database properties and Hibernate properties. We have a predefined tag called Hibernate configuration. Why again we got this one? Sorry, we need to take the configuration file DTD, right? Hibernate configuration file. Hibernate configuration file. Now let me take this DTD. Now see here, Hibernate configuration you'll get based on the DTD. Session factory. Property name is equal to okay. Hibernate dot driver. First, let me define the database properties. Yesterday we have defined right driver name, URL, username, and password. The same thing we are going to define. Hibernate dot driver class name com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver Okay. So let me define property name is equal to hibernate.url JDBC column MySQL column / localhost column 3306 / MadhuDB. Property name is equal to username root and there is no password. Okay, like this we are going to define. Okay. So while I'm installing the database, I have not given any password. That is the reason I'm not giving any password. These are database properties. Now Hibernate properties I'm going to define. Hibernate dot hvm2 ddl dot auto create just a second. We need to define Hibernate properties as well. Next thing is Hibernate dot show underscore SQL. Show underscore SQL means internally how SQL queries is running. Those things we are going to define. Okay, Hibernate dot show underscore SQL. No, this one we are going to define here. Just a second. Hibernate dot dialect. So Hibernate should support all the databases, right? So that is the reason we are going to use dialect. That is the reason we are going to use the dialect as well. Okay, Hibernate dot dialect. org dot hibernate dot dialect dot MySQL dialect. Like this, we are going to define. Okay. Now org dot hibernate dot dialect dot MySQL dialect. And we have a mapping file, right? That mapping file we need to define here. That mapping file we need to define here. Any questions, team, here? Do you have any questions? Why we are defining each attribute? If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll explain you. Mapping file name is employee.hvm.xml. Like this, we need to define. Any questions, team? Can I continue? Why we define HBM to DDL.auto? I told that Hibernate is having a feature. Hibernate is having a feature called automatical table is going to be created, right? Because of this HBM to DDL.auto, a table is creating. Got my point, Dhananjay? You understood, right? What is the use of HBM to DDL.auto? Automatically table is going to be created because of this particular command. If you don't define this command, table automatically not going to be created. Okay, now how you are going to define? I am going to show you. Mapping file and configuration file are created under SRC folder. No, under SRC folder. See here, if I close this package, you can see under the package you are going to create only Java classes. Under SRC folder you are going to create our mapping files. Clear, right? Can I continue now? Yeah. So before going to create last file test.java, before going to create last test.java, what we need to do is we need to add the Hibernate specific jar files. Otherwise, we cannot use the Hibernate specific predefined classes. How we are going to add the jar files, I want to show you now. Okay. How we are going to add the jar files? Right click on your project, build path, configure build path, libraries, add library, user library, click on next, user libraries, new, Hibernate jars, click on OK, add external jars, All the Hibernate jars, I'm going to select it. Click on apply and close. Click on finish. Why are we adding the jar files? We are going to use some predefined classes of Hibernate. If you want to work with the predefined classes of Hibernate, we need to add the Hibernate specific jar files. Okay. That is the reason we are adding the jar files. Next one is test.java. I have added the jar files, right? Now I'll show you how we are going to work with test.java. Now, what is the first step? We need to call the configuration file. Main method. Now let me create a configuration object. And you will be having the configuration class from different packages, but only we need to take from org.hibernate.cfg. New configuration cfg.configure of hibernate.cfg.xml file. Session factory sf is equal to cfg.build session factory. Second, session factory is an interface. If you want to work with session factory, we need to take the help of build session factory method of configuration. Session is equal to sf.open session. Session is an interface. If you want to work with a particular session, we need to take the help of open session method of session factory object. Finally, transaction object. One time we are going to write all these steps. Transaction, we need to take from org.hibernate. Transaction is equal to session.begin transaction. Session.begin transaction. Now I'm going to create object for employee class, and I'll show you here what is the use of working with generator tag. Someone has asked me, right? That one also I'm going to show you. I'm creating object for employee. Employee is equal to new employee dot set name of Madhu, employee dot set salary of some amount. Finally, save the object into a session dot save of employee. Finally, transaction dot commit session dot close. Finally, Hibernate using XML done. I'll show you automatically how table is going to be created now. XML done. Let me open the database. Let me delete all the tables. Drop database MadhuDB. Enter database is going to be dropped. Create database MadhuDB. Use MadhuDB. As of now, just now I have created, right? There won't be any tables now. If you see here, no tables. What I will do, if I run this code, there is some issue. We need to solve this one. MySQL dilate, there is some issue. What I will do, this one I'll take from Google. I'll do the modifications according to our requirement. There might be a small tag if we miss also, we'll be getting the issue. MySQL dialect here localhost colon 3306 MadhuDB. MadhuDB is my database name. And username is root and there is no password. And my driver name is jdbc.driver. Let me define the mapping file here. Mapping resource. Okay, already we have here, sorry. Driver name, URL, username, password, H1, all those things I have defined now. If I run this code, what happened? Com MySQL, it is just a second. Okay, double slash. Okay, fine, sorry. 2 dots we got, that is the reason we got. Let me run this code. I run it using XML, done. Now, if you see in database, employee table got created. Select star from employee. One more thing, if you observe here, automatically ID we got. Why? Because auto increment I have given as generator class, right? ID we did not give. Only name and salary I have given here. Like this, we need to work. Got my point, everyone? Now, can you take this code? Just by taking only variables and all these things. If you are good with this, now I'll discuss about the concept of annotations. Please take the code, take it fast. If you have any questions, just ping me on chat box. I'll be clarifying the doubts. Done now? Can you? Yeah, I'm sure. I hope in same configuration file, multiple tables inside fetching records is called. So database operations, we are not going to define in the configuration file. Show the structure of the project in Eclipse. Yeah, sure. I'll show the structure. Now take the mapping file. I'm opening the XML approach. If you are good with this, now I'll show you how we are going to work with annotations. Understood the structure, right, everyone? Take the configuration file. Let me know once you're done. I'll open test.java. Yes, after unzipping the file, you need to add the jar files. Where does the jar files? Yes, we can download it from Google, or else if you want, I'll share the link in chat box. Shall I share the link in the chat box? Give me a second, I'll give the link. You can download from there. Yeah, I'm giving the link in chat box. You can take the link. Okay, everybody. If you want to take from Google, just extract it and you can use the jar files. I have given the link in chat box. You can take it. Okay, now? Now take test.java. Take test.java. Let me share the link once again. I'm sharing another link. Can you please check the link? Can you try this link, everyone? Previous link is not working, you said, right? Check the link what I have provided now. And let me know once you are done. I'll go for the annotation approach. Let's complete this one, and tomorrow we'll discuss about the concept of Spring Framework. Yes, can you check that this link is working fine? This said. Using Gmail account with the low storage, it is saying. Just by clicking the download symbol at the top right. Completed, huh? Can I explain the next one? See, the same Hibernate application we can use by using annotations also. We have a predefined annotations called. We are going to define our Pojo classes at the rate entity, at the rate of table, at the rate ID, at the rate column, and we have used generated tag, right? For that we can use here at the rate generated value. So if you are working with annotation based approach, we don't need to use mapping file. We will not be having a mapping file. Configuration file is same. Annotations instead of XML approach, instead of mapping file, we are going to use the annotations. That is the only change we are going to apply. Yeah, take these annotations. Fine. Thank you, Ma. Thanks for the response. Done. So from your end, you need to try these things. Okay, how you are going to work with annotation based approach? Just you need to apply the annotation set Pojo class, and the only thing is in configuration file, the only one change is we are using mapping resource we are defining, right? There we need to define Pojo class. Mapping class is equal to your fully qualified class name we need to define, and there is no change in test.java. Okay, so can you try this ability using annotation approach? Yeah, just a second. Let me share the feedback link. Yeah, I'm sharing the feedback link. Sir, one share the Java software. Yeah, I'm sharing the Java software. Someone is asking about Java software. Let me share those things also. Yeah, I'm sharing the Java software also. You can take from there. I think you need to edit and do the feedback. Anyway, I'll check with that. Fine. I'm stopping for now, team. Let's connect tomorrow with a new topic. Thank you all.
Thank you.